while I'm making the gaps, you can do an exercise of determining what is a buyer gap, which one of them is buyers, which one are sellers. This is gap, lots of gaps in here. We have another gap here. So the queues are full of gaps. And we have a gap here. So let's look at the gaps that found on this area. So we are looking at May 24th, Wednesday. Stock gapped up on the Thursday. So this is the Wednesday, this is the Thursday. Seems to be a pattern here. It's always a Wednesday, Thursday gap. I don't know what's going on a Wednesday, Thursday, but something you can look out for. Wednesdays and Thursdays seem to be a gap. So here we have Wednesday, and then we have Thursday. Yep, stock was at 331.50, gapped up next day to 339. That's like a $8 move. Is this a buyer's gap or a seller's gap? Give you a few minutes to think about it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is a buyer's gap. Buyers were here. The price up, so the price is moving up. Then it is a buyer's gap. So we have buy order sitting in this area. Once the price gapped up here, it went up, up, up and away, up to my daily zone there. Then it pulled back, went further up, and then pulled back, up, up. Here we have another gap, buyer's gap here. Price was at, where are we? We were at 368. We went up to 370. Was that a Tuesday or Tuesday? Wednesday, okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, okay. And then we have Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I told you there was a Wednesday, Thursday team going on. So here we go again. Yep, yep, yep. These are two buyers. Yep. So these buyers are right, really in control right here. So they gapped and they gapped. So now we have two gaps. Then we went all the way up to my sell zone. There's a pullback. Pullback to where? Where did we pull back to? You notice where it pulled back to? Right at this gap that was created on July 13th. So we climbed Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was like a week to come back to this zone. And when we came back to this zone, the sellers were not strong enough to manage this buyer's gap. How do you know it's a buyer's gap? Because the price was at 372 and then it moved up to 375. That's buyer sitting right there. So as soon as the price came back to this zone, this buyer's gap, what happened? It reacted, it pushed it out, pushed it out, pushed it out, 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 until there was some indecision here, and it came back to this seller's gap right here. So you have to mark your gaps, so in order to see where price will react. Because remember, gaps are good resistance and support zones. So there are a lot of sellers sitting here. So when the price finally came back to this zone, it peeped into that zone, into that seller's gap right there. And then guess what? It pushed the price down. And it's two things. It's a seller's gap and it is a sell zone. So sellers are just basking in this area. So naturally the price is gonna come down. So it comes down, it fills this buyer's gap that we were reacting to here. It finally filled that gap. And then it came back to this one, finally filled that gap. And it didn't fill it all up like immediately either. It came to it, it touched one, two, three, four, then it finally filled the gap. So the wick came down in this one. It wicked down, but it didn't satisfy the whole process. So it finally filled with a complete candle on this. How many times it bounced off of it? Reacted there, then it there. But let's call that a reaction. One, two, three, four, five. And the sixth time is when it finally filled that gap. So it doesn't fill the gaps immediately, people. Every time there's a gap, look and see what type of gap it is. And if it is a strong gap, it's not going to fill the same time. It's going to touch and react and touch and react and touch and react. And finally, after 5 tries, it will finally fill it. After it filled it, then it goes down. We have no gaps here. We just had, no, we filled this one, so we didn't have anything to. So we went all the way down, 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 down to our resistance, turn support, react off of that. Then came back to our zone there, come back, came back to this little sell zone. Now we know it's a sell zone because price was at 382, came down 378. So that's a good price difference. So of course it hit that zone and it peeped up into it, did like a 50% fill, of course, because right, see right where the wick is where it touched this, touch that wick, hit that wick in the, so that's like a 50% of that seller's gap, and then it just came down to here, tried going back up, came back to the same area. Now it's a sell zone and sellers are strong, came all the way down. So this is our current situation. So on Friday, I I was noticing this gap. So here is our gap on, which was created September 21st. Mark it properly. So you put the gap, body of the gap, body of the first candle, body of the second candle. What happened is it was at 3,464, gap down to 360.9. It, how many times did the stock try to come back? So on the Thursday, then the Friday, it clicked into it, pushed it down. Buyers were here, push it down, push it down. It came down to this support region, decided to go up. It went up, so the high of this candle went into this gap. So you notice that the high of the candle had a wick, it wicked up into this. So I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna fill the gap, but we know that gaps don't fill. They don't normally feel like we have been reacting off of the gap, but they is not going to completely fill after, because all these were reactions, reaction off of the gap, reaction off of the gap. It was the only one that actually entered the gap, like the body of the candle entered the gap. So there was no way that these sellers were going to let these gaps fill because this one candle managed to have its, this is what open. Yeah, it actually opened into the, this is the high, this is the low, this is the close, this is the open. So it actually, the body of the can actually open in there, but it still wasn't able to fill then. So just remember that gaps don't fill the same time. They have a strong resistance support um, mechanism. So whenever you see them trying to fill, don't put all your eggs in one basket and think that, oh, it's gonna fill today. Oh hell no. It's not gonna fill today. It's gonna take maybe the next time it goes in here, it will fill. We're gonna say yes, it will fill because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh, it it might take another 2 days to fill, right? It's Let's look at something else. Let's see what happened. This didn't even fill it either. This didn't even fill either. Like look at this gap. It entered here where it opened in the gap, and then there was a green candle, then there was indecision, and then it came down. So we can maybe say it may have a green candle coming out of this again. This is a buyer zone. Oh my God, what is it? This is a buy zone, so it's possible that buyers can come in here and send its stock up. So we can watch this and see what the buyers do come Monday. But we'll see. The buyers can come in and push it up. Because the last time it was in this area, that's what was here. The buyers were in control in this area. So it's possible that that's going to happen again. The buyers can fill this gap and then move it up here. When it was here, it was sellers in control. So the chances of it filling this gap was harder because it was a seller's gap. So we will see what the buyers do come on Monday. But I'm gonna say there's a 70% chance that the buyers are gonna push this baby up because it's already in a strong buy zone right here. Because this is what happened the last time the stock was here. It reacted strongly. Buyers were strong in this area. Okay, guys. So I hope this video helped you guys to understand gaps, understand daily gaps. Daily gaps are strong, resistant, and demand regions. And the stock doesn't feel, they don't feel same day. They react strongly. They don't feel the same day, and they can react. They can take weeks to finally feel. Okay.